Hi people, I'm back with another reading today. I'm feeling real lovely and real great. I don't know why, but I just feel really lovely and real great. This is the Google accent. Have you ever written something there, like a whole sentence or an essay about talking to someone and then hear it again? It's real funny. I don't know. When I was young, I used to crack up like on that, just on that. Anyway, so it's really fun. Ignore the engine, whatever sound has been irritating me. I'm like trying to not let it bother me. I don't know from where it come from. Like it just really new sound. So on the back, like near the window, I'm thinking about changing the table, like putting it elsewhere. But this is the perfect spot. So I might double check later which blaze. So maybe it's for an air conditioner or something like that. Nobody's turning the air conditioners now, so I'm wondering maybe it's a heater or something, water heater. So I need to ask later on. Anyway, so we got five bios here. Hi, honey. How are you? How are you? Hope you're feeling great and lovely. We got one, two, three, four, and five. Your best life. Okay, so this is your best life story. Just remember, there's a lot of people watching this reading, so follow your intuition on what bio, and if you feel like you're connected to it. Most of the time, you're gonna be hearing because it's general reading. You're gonna hear the kind of story or feeling or what kind of karmic thing that you are going to have in this lifetime. So most of the time, you're gonna hear the most story that you're supposed to finish right now. So sometimes if something bad happened to you in this lifetime, or you encounter something, or you feel like you have some similar experience, you're meant to kind of resolve an unfinished business. So most of the time you're going to hear some kind of story that it kind of feels like it's you're going through deja vu, or you feel like it kind of completes a story that you're going on in your life right now, or you feel like that's why in my life right now I'm having that because I didn't have that. I was feel like so connected. Even if you're not a psychic or you're someone not aware of your past life, somehow your past life story always hits something in your soul because your soul remember. So you could find yourself feeling emotional, cry, or you feel sad because you feel like the story you can relate to, and you feel like it was you, but you don't have the memory of it. So your past life story. We got one, two, three, four, five. So we're gonna see you have several past life, but this gonna be the most significant past life that you need to hear because it could be that you have something to resolve in this lifetime, like having some unfinished business, like cutting someone, or wanting to kind of you deserve something that you didn't have. Okay, so choose one, my lovely people, while I drink my coffee. If you want a personal reading, you're gonna find my email down in the description. Go subscribe to my other channel, Chill with Ella and Blind with Music. I just posted a story on Chill with Ella. I'm planning on posting more things later on. You will have a reason why I don't post as many as there. Okay, so just hold on tight. Okay, but I'm gonna try to post more. Okay, because I'm dealing with a lot of things in my life right now. Anyway, choose one. Let's start this reading. Number one here, people who chose this clear court heart, your best life. Number one, your best life. Let's see. Number one. Okay. Okay. Speaking about that, and it's already here. Kind of see it. So I see for a majority of you, you had a. This is the most recent past life. I think it's like the most recent one. So you could be like, it could be really young, or even if you're not young, or something like that. Something about like maybe you passed away in the past life for some of you in a younger age, or like in an age where you were 40, like mid 30, or even didn't reach to 50, or just like you were like 49. For some of you specifically 49 or something like that. So you passed away like really when you were like young and healthy, or you were in you fit. I do feel like you were a security guard, or you done something with security. You could be like absorbing cameras or something like that, or watching cameras. For some of you, it could be like also you were someone like you were on social media a lot. So you could be like this is the most recent past life, like you were on social media. So you could be like you had some kind of social media, or you were on computers. So if social media were not there, you had some kind of computer or something like that. You could be like watching screens, so you could be like a security guard or something, or you could be someone who worked in the government where you had like even when people didn't have much laptops or something like that, you had a computer device like the big one, the disc one. So you were doing something there, and you had some kind of cameras or observing people. So you could be like in the police force, or some of you I'm seeing you like working in the airport, like checking luggages or something like that, like seeing what's like under there, or like some kind of security something for some of you. Okay, I do feel like in your past life, for some of you, you were like somewhere in a very poor white country. It's like, maybe it's like Ukraine or something like that, in a white country where they right now have some kind of suffering with money, where people are, majority of people there are white. So when I say white country, it's like majority of them are blonde and white, but it was like a little bit not an advanced country. So it could be like Poland or something like that. So somewhere like that, okay? So I feel like you were there. I do feel like you were very lucky in love. I do feel like you had a lot of love in family, or love in relative or something like that. You had a lot of love around you when it comes to family member. I do feel like you had a lot of love as friends or something like that. I don't feel like it was a bad life, okay? I don't feel like it was a bad life. However, there's like things that you did not accomplish when it comes to, I feel like there's things you didn't accomplish when it comes to like making you standard higher. I do feel like you kind of had a life of like, you thought that you cannot achieve more, you cannot like get better jobs, or you cannot get more money or something. Somehow your mindset was the problem. So you kind of lived in a poverty, or like you either have this mindset of like, I cannot make more, I cannot leave the country. I This is all that I can do. I do feel like you have some kind of karma right now. You could be even broke or bored all the time right now, or bored here now, so bored all the time. Or you could be also locked in a board, like some kind of board something, or in a country, or you could be locked in a boarding school, something like about like, you could be very challenged in your life, or you could have a lot of discipline. You could but not have challenge, you could have a lot of discipline, or very disciplined parents, or someone who's like really really pushing you to succeed a lot. Or you could have someone who's like, you really could be like someone who's trying to satisfy someone here in this lifetime, like making someone proud of you. And that's why you kind of, it's kind of a motivation to make better or do better. And you kind of need to learn your lesson, how to be proud of yourself first, not to be like looking at validation in other people's life. For some of you and other people, I feel like, yeah, life, I do feel like you're looking at people around you. So you look at your level of success around people around you. Thank you, honey. Thank you. How are you? I do feel like you kind of look for, like, imagine if people around you are like making, it's like whatever the norms, you follow the norms. I do feel like you have that thing which is negative. I do feel like if you feel people are making that, this is the level that you can make. You feel like, I don't have to do more because everybody around me is not doing more, something like that. I do feel like you need to challenge yourself in this lifetime, because you deserve more, or you can do more. And you, maybe in this lifetime you are doing better for some of you, because you deserve more, and you deserve to kind of let yourself free. Because I do feel like you were putting yourself in a lot of standards, a lot of like limitation in the past life when it comes to career or life. I do feel for some of you, you didn't even like try something you really like, or try something that you really want to do. But some of you, I feel like you had love, you had everything, you had someone that you really cherish and love, like a soulmate, or you were married to someone that you really like and love. But I do feel like there was like a better opportunity there. It sounds like you had your twin flame, or someone who's like you're meant to be in this lifetime with, the next life, the last lifetime with. I do feel like you kind of left because of your limitation. You didn't go farther. They could even live in another country, or they were higher than you in standards. That's why I did never met them, because you had a goal, you had a life purpose that you didn't accomplish totally. So you didn't kind of reach that high standards in life or something like that, or in a job, because you meant to meet your twin flame there, and you were like, no, you were like in some kind of level, because you feel, you convince yourself that you're happy, you're lucky with that. Okay, I do feel like in this lifetime, maybe you're gonna have a lot of challenges with keeping your mind open, because I don't feel like you were in a society where you were very accepting. You were not accepting. I do feel some of you, maybe you were accepting, but you didn't give a fuck. As I said, you were like following the norms. It's almost like you didn't care much about other people. You didn't care much about other people's freedom. Not it's like not caring about other people. You did care about other people, but I'm saying like, if there's like a gay person in your society that other people not accepting, you would not bother, because you feel like, I don't want to about that, because I don't have to deal with that, because I'm just like living my life. I don't have any problem with that. I don't like the norms here. Everybody's not accepting that, so I'm just gonna go with it. I don't have to deal with it. You kind of made other people make the decisions for you. I made the decision for whatever going on around you. Even if you didn't agree, you kind of allow other people to make the decision as long as you're happy. Kind of like a little bit cowardice, I'd say. So in this lifetime, you might have a gay child, or a lesbian, or you're gonna have some kind of thing with a LGBT community, or you could have a child with someone in the LGBT community. So you could have a child with someone that's gonna end up coming out of the closet, and they're gonna be telling you that they are like not into you because they're into another gender or something like that, or bisexual. You could have some kind of challenge with sexuality in this lifetime because of that. Okay, I do feel like a lot of sexuality. For others of you, it could be different, but something about sexuality, you could have a challenge here. Okay, I do feel like in this lifetime you kind of have to just free yourself and be more open-minded. So maybe you're going to feel a lot of sensitive kind of attacks from people that are going to make you feel like challenge your brain, challenge your emotion, because you're going to have to open up, you're going to have to do better. So you're going to find yourself in a lot of position where you want to go back to your old ways, but you always gonna feel like life is like not letting you go to your old ways. It's kind of very challenging because you are in a position where you cannot go in the old ways, because you're in a position where you're caring for people who like different or something like that. It might have also you fall in love with someone who's totally different than you and challenge you, something like that. Okay, number two, your past life, number two. Okay. I'm afraid to tell you that you were a narcissist in the past life, or you had some kind of narcissism, or you had some kind of blockages with yourself, that you kind of were in denial, you kind of judging people, you were judgmental, and you were selfish, and you were convincing yourself in a lot of times that you were doing the right thing and you're not selfish because you deserve that. I don't feel like you had a lot of clarity about that you were doing something because you were feeling weak or depressed or sad. You were trying to convince yourself that your needs are important or your needs comes first, and you kind of lacking empathy, you're lacking care to other people. I do feel like in your past life you were like could be very depressed, very, you felt like you didn't have opportunities, you didn't have a lot of things. So in times where you kind of felt like you got an opportunity, you kind of convince yourself that it's okay to take advantage of it, take advantage of that person because you deserve it, because you kind of had a victim mentality in the past life. I do feel like in the past life you had a funny person around you, or someone is very specific here, was a very funny person. This person was like kind of stand-up comedian or something like that. They were really funny. There's a specific person, you might have this person around you in this lifetime as a child, as a parent, as a family member, as a friend, or something like that. I do feel like this person is very specific here. I do feel like in the past lifetime you were very beautiful, okay? You were very attractive, but you were not seeing yourself as worthy as you are. So you had a lot of kind of self-doubt, a lot of victim mentality, a lot of weakness. You kind of put yourself, you slowed yourself a lot of the time because of that mentality from getting your life purpose. But you thought that you were going advanced more than people because you took opportunities and you were trying to pursue things, but you actually were not getting your life purpose. You got like a few things and you got a lot of opportunity from spirit, some opportunity that you took and some opportunity that you kind of sabotage, okay, because of your mentality. I do feel for some of you, maybe you had a child that you kind of like, you made an abortion here, decision of abortion or something about abortion or something like that here, or someone had a child and you forced this woman or whatever your gender to get an abortion. I do feel like you kind of had a difficulty of getting like conceiving a child or having a child or getting a child or something like that, okay, or getting that or you could have children, whatever your gender, and you didn't see your children or something like that, or some kind of blockages, or you couldn't have babies. Okay, I do feel like in your past lifetime you kind of lived a long lifetime. I would say you lived till your 80s or your 70s or something like that, till your 70 something, or it could be for some of you 60 or 65 or 9 something. Not very long time, but long enough. So I'll say I do feel like in your past lifetime you could maybe had like 3 siblings or 3 children. For some of you who like you had children that someone took that children away from you or something like that. I do feel like in the past lifetime you kind of were, you always convince yourself that you're a victim and you deserve something. You convince yourself that other people need to take care of you, your children need to take care of you, someone needs to take care of you because you deserve better. You deserve to go because you're sad, you're something, you deserve the opportunity, you deserve a lot of things. A lot of people were literally disgusted by you. Some people maybe use you to kind of like to talk to you or something like that for some kind of opportunities, and a lot of people were like really seeing what you're doing and they were like not attracted to you because of that. So you didn't feel attractive because people were not attracted to your personality. I do feel like you had some kind of, victim mentality, kind of cowardice life, past life. So hopefully you're gonna have a lot of karma in this lifetime about that, and you're gonna learn a lesson and not do the same mistake. Maybe you're gonna have the people who you hurt in this lifetime and you're meant to kind of help them or give them something. Okay, number 3, who were you in the past lifetime? Okay, I don't feel like you were a dancer, you were a singer, you're someone like very entertained, or you were people were looking at you as entertainment, or you were you're just very colorful. You're a very happy person, and people love to be around you. For some of you, cooked for people, or you done a lot of like parties, or a lot of dinners. You could be even like when you grow up, you had that you become this grandfather or grandmother who's like taking care of everybody, making a lot of dinners, making a lot of things. You were very nurturing, very caring to a lot of people. I do feel like you were very nurturing, very caring, but you had a lot of like enemies or envy. So I do feel like maybe you're gonna have a lot of people like that in this lifetime, because you had a lot of people who tried to hurt you. Maybe you kept them there around you, and you kind of like knew that they were hurting you, but because you were that caring person, like a grandfather or grandmother, you reached that point of your life where you're taking care of a lot of people, that you didn't want to kind of leave someone, like, like you didn't want to kick someone out of the family or something like that, and you saw what they were doing, and you kind of like gave them a chance, or gave them a lot of chances, because you were that caring person, caring mother, caring father, caring something, and or a caring just sibling or an auntie or something like that, or they were like your parents or something like that. So you kind of always felt sorry for them to keep them around, even though they hurt you and they hurt other people, other family, like other members of the family. They could just done extreme things, and you kind of gave them a lot of chances because you didn't want to cut blood. I feel like you had some kind of blood related things that they were toxic. For others, we had just people that you felt like you felt very, I do feel like you kind of were an empath or something like that, so people took advantage of your good nature. So I do feel like sometimes you don't want to throw people because they didn't have money. It could be workers, it could be like just people that you did not want to treat them bad, or you didn't want to go to the police, or you didn't want to like give them in, or you didn't want to like get them in trouble because you saw, for example, you saw that that man got like children, got a wife, and you don't want to put this man in jail and make their kids like, without a father. You kind of thought about things that extreme that was really not healthy, because that man was a really a serial killer or a rapist or something like that, or woman was like that. I do feel like you allow a lot of toxic people to kind of go freely, let's say, and you thought that you're doing it because of the right thing, because of your good nature. So I feel like you had a lot of narcissists in this lifetime. You're gonna have a lot of narcissists around you, or maybe abusive relationship, or things like you need to kind of have karma with those people to kind of not give them another chance, and fuck that, and put them in jail even if they have kids, because like this person needs to learn a lesson. This is their life. They chose, people choose their life before coming here, like even if this person is a parent or whatever, they done some kind of mistake, they need to have some kind of justice. It's not for you to kind of to just like give them a chance, because if they done a mistake, they need to be responsible for it. Okay, so this is the thing I'm seeing here. It's not for you. You're not the one who put them in jail. They put themselves with their action. They could be a bad person. You could also do some kind of justice for their kids. Okay, something like that. You have a lot of decision here when it comes to like cutting a lot of narcissists or a lot of people out of your life. I do feel like in your past life you were very a protected person. You protected a lot of people. I do feel like you needed protection. Maybe in this lifetime you need some kind of protection. I do feel like you had some kind of like mixed family, or you could have a partner. You could have a partner from another race, another country, another religion, another something, or you were like in a blended family or a mixed family. You could be mixed still in this lifetime. I do feel like you were an old soul already in the past lifetime. I would not be surprised if you were not a psychic. I do feel like maybe with some of you were also a psychic in a past life, or you kind of were in a spiritual some kind of thing, or you had a temple or something like that. I do feel like you were a mix of something like that. Contain different colors here, different race. Okay. So I do feel like in this lifetime you meant to kind of cut a lot of people who took a lot of things, a lot of your energy, and kind of have just your like your peaceful universe without them, because I feel like you dragged the same people like in a lot of lifetime, and you cut a lot of people, you kept a few people. So I feel like in this lifetime you meant to kind of take whatever yours that they took away from you in the past life, whatever it is that they took away from you, and have a life without them, because you cannot just drag them in every fucking life with you. You have karma with them. Okay, so you're meant to kind of have your peace and life without their drama. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing here. For some of you, maybe you were pregnant or you had a child. Hey, that someone tried to abuse your child or take your child, or maybe even sexually harass your child or something like that from those people, and maybe you cut this person in a past lifetime, and this person could be not, it could be like not around you anymore, but you might see this person as an ex of your husband, your future spouse, or they could have a baby mom, a baby daddy of this person who sexually insulted your child or something like that, and you could actually have to protect your person baby. So you could have a baby mama, like you could marry someone who got a baby mama, baby daddy, and they're not a good person, and they have a child, and actually this child was like somehow from your soul tribe somehow, and you need to protect this child from that person. It's somehow you have a karma with this person that you allow in your energy. So even though they're not in your life, they are in your spouse's life. I feel like you were married to the spouse, so if they're not in your life, somehow they're gonna come in your life, and your spouse may be in the past life. So when you cut them, they kind of were like, no, 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 let's give them a chance or something like that. So I do feel like someone here could be something about child. So you could have a lot of baby mama drama, something like that, or whatever. Number 4, your past life. Number 4, your past life. Damn. Damn, 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 damn. I do feel like for some of you, you're dragging the same vein, because I do feel like in the past life you were someone very sexy, very hot, very attractive. Hi, honey, how are you? We're sexy, very hot, very attractive, and a lot of people maybe saw you in a bad light, like a slut, as a hooker. Even if you're a man, they saw you as someone who's like a player, who like always have girls around, who always have men, or they kind of judge your physical appearance or your success. You could be also from a rich family, or you had a lot of money, so a lot of people made assumption or made you feel less than, or they tried to. I do feel like you had a lot of like suitors or people who tried to kind of come near you for lust, or they had lust, or they were convinced that they're in love with you. So you had a lot of partners like who crushing on you. Maybe you have in this life a lot of people crushing on you. They were crushing on you, obsessed about you, they want to be with you, they're trying to sabotage whatever relationship that you have. So you had a lot of people who like crushing on you from the other gender, whatever gender you're into. I do feel like that. I do feel like in the past life you had a partner that you really love, and you kind of had an affair, or you had some kind of like in love, you were in love with that person. I do feel like you had a love story with someone. It could be also a twin flame or something like that. You really were in love with that person. I do feel like you end up marrying this person and you had children with that person or something like that. But I do feel always you had that people trying to sabotage this relationship, like other male, other females, other people like trying to kind of get in the mixer or something like that. I do see you in this lifetime feeling confused, maybe because you might meet a lot of partners or like really seductive or something like that, because they were once like people who you maybe slept with or had sex with, and they were like really trying to pursue you, or you were with them like exes or something like that, or they tried to kind of like seduce you, or even you had a lot of male friends or female friends, whatever gender you're into, something like that, and maybe you're gonna be confused in this lifetime about that. But I do feel like you had a lot of love from that person that you were really with. You had a love story in the past lifetime. I do feel like you were very beautiful, and I don't feel like you had a lot of things like to solve in the past lifetime. Like you didn't have a lot of things, but I do feel like you just have some kind of like I do feel like you have some kind of like duty or something to do in the past life. I do feel like you had kind of things like you kind of meant to do, and you already done most of them, like something to accomplish, and you accomplished a lot of it. A lot of them. I do feel like in this lifetime you kind of meant to kind of just like climb the rest of it. Like if the mountain is there, you meant to kind of go get whatever the rest of the thing that you really didn't have, or you really didn't get. So I do feel some of you kind of just continue to have whatever you had. You want to have the same partner, the same love interest, the same story, and you want to feel peace. I do feel like you just want to have that person, because I do feel like and a lot of times maybe you for some of you maybe you cheated on your person, or someone claimed that you cheated on this person and you want to be with this person without those drama. I don't like in this lifetime it's just the same thing. I don't feel like you had like a lot of problems, okay? Even though if you're gonna have a lot of problems in this lifetime, it's just to kind of push you to kind of have a purpose, because I do feel like you have a bigger purpose that you didn't accomplish in the past lifetime that you're supposed to accomplish right now. So to be successful in finance, I'm seeing something about successful in finance, or to have some kind of say in something in the universe. So it could be like an influencer or something like that. You're meant to do something like that to change something. I do feel like you're just a pure child. I do know some of you, majority of you have some kind of karma of like with your parents or the people who's supposed to take care of you. Because it could be a pure child here. I do feel like you're someone who's very pure. It could be like in nature, like whatever you want to call it, whatever child. I feel like your soul is pure. You could be very psychic or something like about your soul, and you had a lot of people who blocked you or blocked your intuition, or it could be also religious belief, it could be parents or family member. You meant to kind of free yourself from that. But I do feel for the majority of you kind of meant to have karma in this lifetime, or you meant to kind of free yourself, because I do feel like in the past lifetime also they tried to do something for some of you or something like that. I do feel like you're just meant to be happy or to do something, because I do feel like you have a lot of people who try to kind of misguide you to go to a different direction, or even blur your judgment or something like that, to give you something that you don't want or something like that. You meant to kind of have your say in this lifetime, because they kind of try to kind of blur your judgment or block your intuition, and even to just block you from love or something like that. Okay, I do feel like this person or whatever the love thing that you have is something pure here. I do feel like your love and your love to this person, or your love to yourself, or your soul is always guiding you to the right path. Somehow I do feel like you always find your way to this person, or find your way to some purpose here and the place. But I do feel like you meant to kind of not have the same like shit, like waking up in a lifetime where you know what you want, but there's a lot of people who like in the mixer trying to blur you. You know, like you meant to kind of not have them in the mixer anymore. Okay, and just have love. Number 5, your past lifetime. See that intro people, because I was talking about like this is the most recent past lifetime, or the past lifetimes related to this lifetime. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I was first saying that. Your best lifetime, you were ugly, or you thought that you're ugly, or you were not attractive, or you thought that you're not attractive. I do feel like everybody's beautiful, nobody's ugly, but you thought that you're not attractive. You had this vision of yourself that you looked at yourself and you thought that you're ugly or not attractive as other people. You compared yourself a lot to other people. I do feel like in your past lifetime you were somehow someone who speak a lot on the radio or a TV show or something like that, or you're a host, or you're someone like who always talk outside, talk to people. For some of you, you were a prostitute, or you done some kind of sexual things outside the house, or you were like in the gutter, or you were like in a trap house or something like that, or you own some kind of business or something like for trap house or things like that. I don't know, you're doing some freaky shit. I do feel like you've done something with drug, alcohol, or something outside, and you could be also an alcoholic or someone who done a lot of crystal meth or some kind of things because of your mentality or the way you see things or you see yourself or something like that. I do feel like you had a life that you lost in your past lifetime, so you could build a house or something like that because of a stupid decision that you done, that you lost it all. Like you maybe cheated on your wife or you and your husband, or you done some kind of stupid decision to lose a lot of money or something like that. Instead of like knowing what your life purpose and getting back up, I feel like you kind of went downhill. I do feel like you had a successful life, then you fucked it up or something like that, and then it went downhill. So you kind of like surrender yourself to some kind of life of whatever, like in the street, or life with drugs, or you had an alcoholic problem or something like that, or you kind of surrender yourself to something here. Okay, I do feel you like in your past lifetime you were like in non-English speaking country, or they could also speak English, whatever it is. I do feel like in your past lifetime you kind of were addicted to kind of like a drug, or like feeling happy by something. You're addicted to something to be happy. For some of you were like a thief, where you were stealing a lot of things from people, or like money, even like just like stealing money outside or stealing something. I do feel like you had a child with someone, or you had like this person that you were married to, they had like your kids and they were taking care of your kids or something like that alone. I do feel like they saw you as someone who's not responsible. You could have alcohol problem or something like you are struggling with in this lifetime, and it's kind of like a challenge for you, or some kind of attitude or same way, because you blocked your happiness in the past lifetime with this attitude. I do feel like you might have a challenge with that in this lifetime. I do see you literally doing something for sex. However, I do feel like the person that you had a life with, that there was like really, this person was really sexy, really hot, really confident. I feel like when you lost this person, you felt like nothing can be fixed again, nothing can be done again. And this was like a really bad mentality, because it was like something you looked at it, it's like, I cannot do better. I fucked it up. So what's the point? I feel like you had that kind of attitude of like, just giving up on yourself, giving up on your future, giving up on who you are, and you're like, this was the best thing I had, so what's more? Like, what, I feel like you had this kind of mentality of like not fighting back. In this lifetime, you could also, you're gonna be challenged to fight back, or there's a lot of opportunity where you're gonna have to fight back or something like that, to gain your stability. I do feel like you're gonna be a stable person here, and you might have a chance to redeem yourself with the same person, but the same person may have a lot of karma with you in this lifetime where they're not trusting you, or they could have a lot of trust issue, and you meant to kind of fight to have this person in this lifetime because there's something that you really want. This person could really not want you in this lifetime, or they could also have attraction towards you, but they don't want something that you have, and they might not even, they might just meet you where you're an alcoholic, or you have something, or you have a problem in your life. It's first like a challenge for you. Would you just give up, or would you pursue this person and be better, or explain to this person whatever mistakes, and just like, hey, I made a mistake, yeah, I have that and have that in my life, like, let's be together, like, because this person wanted you to fight for them. I feel like you have a challenge. Would you get your person, or would you surrender for that? Okay, I do feel like you're gonna have like a lot of choices in this lifetime to not be a coward and to fight back. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, people, and bye bye.